Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you watch this. Hello, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am back inside. It looks like there might be some rain or something coming. So I decided to go ahead and just hang in my kitchen area. You can see my daughter's got her little basketball over the head rim. That's kind of fun. We have a little basketball thing in the garage too. Ella loves to play basketball. I know you guys have been getting out and about a lot. I have seen and heard the tales of you guys going to have a lot of fun outside, and that is perfect. Just remember, we have to protect our neurons. We have to protect our brain. So we're going to want to make sure that we are wearing a helmet. We are wearing a helmet. These guys need other things too. They need water, exercise, challenges. In other words, do hard things. They need sleep. Okay. I think sleep's something that we're all getting a lot of. That's not been a problem really lately. Okay. So these guys, great. Remember, if your head is feeling kind of headachy, drink water. Drink water. That should be your first step. So if your head right here doesn't feel that great, you need to hydrate. Ooh, that rhymes. If your head doesn't feel great, hydrate. Okay? So drink lots of water. All right. Now today we're going to talk a little bit about growth mindset. Growth mindset is something we talk about a lot in counseling, and it's how to go from good to great, and that it's okay to fail as long as you learn from your failures. So if you fail, that's okay. That's okay. But you learn, and the next time you apply new strategies and skills and you do better. Okay? So if you can't ride your bike yet, that's okay. Every time you go out and you practice and practice and practice, hopefully you're learning new skills and new little tricks so that one day you will be ready to ride a bike. I think I remember I told you guys it took me a while, but I think it's because I really didn't put the effort into it. I kind of gave up a little easy. I got frustrated and I walked away a lot instead of doing the perseverance thing, which is sticking with it even though it's hard. So you guys can do hard things, okay? You guys can definitely have growth mindset. Super duper important. Now we're looking like we have about 4 weeks left of digital learning, okay? And then we're gonna do a summer break. So we have about 4 weeks. So we're gonna make sure that we are finishing strong and that we are every day challenging our brain to do the things that it needs to do to get ready for our next challenge, okay? The next grade, the next thing that we have to do. All right, so today I have a growth mindset book. It is one that Oliver Jeffers, he is a pretty well-known children's author. He did such books like one of your favorites, The Day the Crayons Quit. I love that book. Peach is my favorite. And he also did other books like Stuck. He's done some really great kids books. He's a young guy. Let me see if I can find a picture to show you. Here he is. Here he is. No, that's a picture of him when he was a kid. Okay, that's a picture of him when he was young. Now he looks to be like he might be in his 30s. Okay, but this right here was his first book for children. His first book for children. And I love that he's not only the author, so he wrote the words, but he's also the illustrator. So he did the pictures. He's the author and illustrator. So he is word smart and art smart. That is amazing. All right, so how to catch a star. All about trying and not giving up. All right, so here we go. How to catch a star. Okay, let me see how we can best do this. There we go. Once there was a boy, and the boy loved stars very much. Do me too if you like stars, looking at stars. Okay, remember this is sign language for me too. Every night, the boy watched the stars from his window and wished he had one of his very own. Do you guys know the sun is a star? He dreamed of how this star would be his friend. They would play hide and go seek. They would take long walks together. The boy decided he would try to catch one. He thought that getting up early in the morning would be best, because then the star would be tired from being up in the sky all night. The next day he set out at sunrise, but he couldn't see a star anywhere. So he sat down and waited for one to appear. He waited, and he waited, and he ate lunch, and waited, and after dinner, he waited some more. Finally, just before the sun was about to go away, he saw a star. The boy tried to jump up and grab it, but he could not jump high enough. So very carefully, he climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find. But the star was still way out of reach. He couldn't reach it yet. He thought he might lasso the star with the life preserver from his father's boat, but it was too heavy for him to carry. If only he could fly up in a spaceship and just grab the star. But the only spaceship he owned was made of paper, and it didn't fly very well at all. Perhaps he could get a seagull to help him fly up into the sky to reach his star. But the only seagull he could find didn't want to help. The boy worried he would never catch a star. Just then he noticed something floating in the water. It was the prettiest star he had ever seen. Just a baby star. It must have fallen from the sky. He tried to fish it out with his hands. But when the boy reached out to touch the star, it just rippled through his fists. Now the boy was sad, but in his heart, the wish just wouldn't give up. Slowly, he began walking home. And that's when he saw it, washed up on the bright golden sand. The boy had caught a star of his very own. The end. They took it home to read a book. And it's called How to Catch a Star. Now, you and I both know that that's kind of silly, right? Okay. But That is okay. Sometimes people might say, oh, that's so silly. Okay, you can't do that. That's silly. And maybe we can't. But maybe, if we keep trying, use different strategies, use a lot of effort and perseverance, which means sticking with it, even if it's hard, maybe, just maybe we can. Okay? So think about that. So if someone says, you can't do that, okay, as long as it's safe, then I want you to think about growth mindset and think about effort. Are you trying? Perseverance. Are you sticking with it? And strategies. If something's not going right the first way, I wonder if we could try a different way to make it work. So that's what growth mindset's all about. Growth mindset is if you first can't get it, try a different strategy, keep with it, and maybe increase your effort, okay? And eventually you'll get to most things that you desire. Not sure about the whole star thing, okay? But maybe one of you will be an astronaut, and maybe you'll go and astronaut and zoom around the stars, okay? I don't know. You still have a long life ahead of you. It could happen. It could happen. Okay, so today's giveaway is another little pail of candy. And here there's all sorts of little candy treats that might be just kind of fun to enjoy. And then you get this cute little bucket that you can do whatever you want to with later. You could plant a flower in here. You could fill it up with rocks. You could put your paper clips in here. All sorts of fun stuff. Okay? So, somebody's going to get a tiny bucket of tiny candy. All right. So, hope everything is going well. I can see Turbo over here. He's doing fantastic. Turbo Flash Grindstaff, my snail. People always laugh because I say that he's the fastest snail in the whole world, and they don't believe me, and then they come and they watch, and they look, and they believe. He is very fast, especially when he's being fed. He eats crab cuisine, and he goes and goes onto the thing and gets the crab cuisine and gobbles it right up. So, super duper fun. What else am I looking at? I'm also looking at something we're going to talk about next week called, what is this? It is a tube of ants. We're going to talk about ants next week. Okay? Some of you guys know what ants in the counseling world means. Automatic negative thinking. Okay? So a little different than the bug ants, the insect ants. Okay? So we're going to talk about ants and positive thinking next week for a little bit. What else can I show you that's around here that's fun? I don't know. All right, my friends. It's probably time that we go. This is a time that kind of makes me sad because I want to stay. But I know you have things to do. So I can't stay forever, even though I want to. You rock. You guys are doing a really good job. I'm really proud of you. I love when I hear stories of you guys being kind and patient and being positive thinkers. Okay? That's what I'm really working on too. Me too as a grown-up. Being calm, kind, patient, positive thinkers. And if I ever go to that negative side, I lift back up and I try to go back to that positive side. Super important. All right. Well, we're about 15 minutes in, so it's about time for me to say goodbye. But I certainly do miss you guys. and I certainly do hope you guys are doing well. Okay. I will see you guys. Oh, it's Thursday. You guys have a long weekend. You have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to go play and explore. And remember, wear a helmet and pads. Little knee pads, arm pads, all that. Okay? All right. See you guys later.